because I've just noticed something actually. I mean, it's more overall fart. Okay, yeah. It's just that Anti-Jar had already started 4 games. She actually pitched back-to-back starts. So, I mean, we can still start her for this game unless you just want to go to Bart Polo's Cologne for some reason. I mean, it ultimately doesn't really matter, but I just now realized that, so I thought I should relay that to you. Yeah, Anti-Jar should be the starter, and can be. It was a misside on our fault and on our side, but she accidentally started back-to-back games back on week 7 and week 8. She pitched against the Gauchos, and then she pitched again against the she pitched against the Unicorns and then pitched against the Gauchos. I mean, it was a misside on our part. I just thought you should know. Just wanted to keep her starting. She's totally allowed to start the 5th game. I brought it up with Josh, so it was our fault. It was all our fault, but I was just, if you wanted to. Okay, yeah, so we're good. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you knew. I didn't know that you knew, so yeah, Anti-Jar, we're good to go. And then I believe it's Chad Chattington on the other side. Let's see. Chattington. Yep. All right. No big deal. Just wanted to make sure everyone was on board with what had happened. Because I was just looking at the stat book since I'd actually updated it some. I was just a little bit confused. But we're good. Week 15, day number 4. It's the Wildcats and the Mythic. Chad Chattington on the mound. And let's take a look at some of these fun stats that we have. So start number 4 for Chattington. Comes in with a pretty solid ERA, 3 flat, 10 earned runs, and 15 1/3 innings. Oh, I'm sorry, that's home runs. That's not right. ERA, Chattington actually has a 5.87 ERA, so actually not quite as good. Hey, no, you're good, Kwashi. Been able to punch the last couple of weeks out. We'll wrap up 14, maybe even 15 when we get these games final and everything else done. Gonna check to see if... Okay, the Retrievers Liberty game is processing, and that will go live as soon as we're done with these 2 games here. But the Wildcats with the bases loaded and nobody out here, and Bash Sluggington to the plate. Chance for the Wildcats to make a statement here early. Swing and miss there. 2-2. Fouled back. And Bash Sluggington strikes out swinging for route number 1. Grounded to Smash Tot to Rosas. Can't turn 2. And the Wildcats will score 1. They take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 1st. Henry Longshanks. Runner stealing, they're safe. So 2 in scoring position now for Longshanks. And he will draw the walk, and the bases are loaded once again. Brings up AC Milan. Milan 9 for 44. A 205 average. Kind of a quiet year for Milan. Just 1 run scored for her this year. And she strikes out swinging. And the side is retired. The Wildcats load the base a couple time, get a run, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. So Anti-Jar on the season, just 4 earned runs for her and a 1.42 ERA. 3 of those 4 runs coming against the game against the Gauchos. She's pitched 25 and a third innings this season. A .55 whip and striking out 11.36 per 9. The combo of Jar and Beef Boy on this pitching staff is absolutely nasty and will be for seasons to come. (0-2) to Jesse Merritt. And he strikes out looking top of the zone. Got one by him there, 2 away. And here is good old Harry Von Crum. Age catching up to him quite significantly. Just 7 for 46 on the season. A 152 average. No home runs on the year. And he strikes out looking back-to-back Ks. And we'll go to the top of the second. Elena Love someday and back to the top of the order. Sandy Bash due up. One and two, the count to Elena Love. And she strikes out swinging. For out number 1 here for Chattington. Only thing really riding on the line here for the Wildcats is whether next week will be for the championship in the Nova. No, not the Novas. The Galaxy. Is whether the game against the Unicorns next week will be straight up for the title, or if the Wildcats will have to beat the Unicorns twice to take the title. Full count here to Sandy Bash, and Sandy Bash will draw her second walk of the game. He's up Jackson Moore the 4th. Back to our fun with Roman numerals that we discussed earlier in the week. Tough dive there by Smash Tot, but Chattington covers in time for out number 3. I'll go to the bottom of the second. Olden Moss, Kylie McBinney, and Saul Buckley due up. It's a strength against a weakness here for the Wildcats pitching versus the Mythic offense. Mythic offense, now the worst batting average team in the league through 13 weeks, hitting just 205 on the season. 13th in home runs, they have 15, but striking out at just under 30%, that's 5th worst. Averaging just a shade under 2.5 runs per game. That's 2nd worst in the league behind the aforementioned Cyclones. Whereas for the Wildcats, well, they're barely giving up 2 runs per game. 2.048 is the team ERA, and the whip is absolutely filthy at .927. Actually, their whip is the best in the league. Just edging out the Wildcats at .931. But of course, as I say that, 2 on back-to-back base hits given up by Jar. Lucian Miles to the plate. And he strikes out swinging. Not much of a contest there. And up comes Smash Tot. One and one. And Sluggington will make the grab there for out number 3. Alcides to the top of the 3rd. Sluggington and Jimbo due up. Offense for the Wildcats this year has struggled quite a bit. They're 18th best in batting average, hitting .237 as a team. They're 13th in home runs with 15, but pretty good on the strikeout rate at 26%. That's grounded to Merritt. He makes a diving stop. The throw in time. Nice play by Merritt there at 3rd to get the leadoff out. And as for runs per game, 3.62 on the year. That is 18th in the league. As for the Mythic pitching, 21st in both categories. A 5.629 ERA with a 1.604 whip. But they are high in strikeouts per 9. They're 8th best in that category at 9.71. Two down now. Bobby Jimbo to the plate. He plated the only run so far, breaking up the Dragon special. He gets that one off the glove of Smash Tot. He'll trickle into right field, and he will be aboard. One's fouling off 1-2 the count to Henry Longshanks. And a horrible swing and a miss there by Longshanks. And we'll go down to the bottom of the 3rd. Top of the order due up for the Mythic. Anti-Jar locked in. 5 Ks through 2. Striking it out everyone but 1 so far. And starts off the bottom of the 3rd with a K. Good old Biddles Rosas to the plate. In the conversation and leading the league at home runs, there's about 10 players tied at 5, but he strikes out swinging there. I believe it's Deca Mori. It's Deca Mori who takes the league at 6 home runs. And you just have an absolute cluster at 5. This one's deep into right. Doesn't have enough. It's gone, and we're tied at 1. Jesse Merritt into right field, and it's 1-1. And that one's into center. Oh, Harry Von Crom, he finally did something this year, and the Mythic take the lead. It took almost 15 weeks, but Harry finally did something. Von Crom gives the Mythic a 2-1 lead. One of the other fun facts that I hadn't mentioned yet was that the Wildcats and the Vikings were the only 2 teams who had given up fewer than 10 home runs on the season. And add 2 more to that count now. And we'll to the top of the fourth. Milan Love and Someday up to the plate. Now trailing 2-1 here. Rosas makes the catch there. Antijar had not given up a home run this season and gives up 2 there in the bottom of the third. That one's up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 on, 1 out now for the Wildcats. Someday to the plate. Two, 2. And strike 3 called. Another punch out here for Chattington. 3 hits, 4 walks, and earned run through 3 2/3. And that one's caught by Moss, and we'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Kylie McBinney, Saul Buckley, and Lucian Miles due up. Jar bounces back with a strikeout. Up to, I believe that's 8 Ks now. And Buckley goes down looking. Feel Antijar is a little bit angry this inning. 0-2 to Miles. Swing and a miss, and Antijar strikes out the side. And we'll go to the top of the fifth now. And it's Jackson Moore, the fourth, Joshua Durr, and Bash Sluggington all due up for the Wildcats. Into left, and that's just foul. Oh, Jesse Merritt activated the teleportation glove there. I think that one is a step above and beyond the suck glove. Chattington's now locked in, but up to 88 pitches. Another one grounded to Rosas. Easy play for him, and that's out number 3. Into the bottom of the fifth we go. Tot Colombo and Rosas due up. This one grounded to short. Elena Love the throw in time for out number 1. Up the middle, a diving stop by Love, and the throw not in time. Colombo runs that one out, brings up Biddles, Rosas to the plate. Grounded to Bash, Bash to Love, and Love to Sluggington for the 4-6-3 Dragon special. And we're to the top of the sixth, still a 2-1 ball game here. Jimbo Longshanks and AC Milan due up. See how long Chattington lasts here in the sixth, starting off at 92 pitches. 2-1 the count here to Bobby Jimbo. 3-1. And Jimbo will draw a walk. That might do it for Chaddington. It will, and in comes Paprika Stocks. Runners going, and the throw is not in time, and the tie and run in scoring position here for Henry Longshanks. Paprika Stocks on the year, 8 earned runs through 8 1/3. Grounded to Rosas. Rosas goes to third and will catch Jimbo in a pickle. Looks like Rosas will apply the tag there for out number 1. As I was saying, 8 earned for Paprika in 8 1/3, an 8.64 ERA, and a 2.64 WHIP. Not pretty, but a good chunk of those runs, half of them, coming week 12, day 3, game 2. Don't know which game that is off the top of my head. But she's given up runs, and all of her runs coming from the last 3 games. Most of them, at least. One in the first game. Went scoreless for 3 straight, but then has given up 1, 4, and 2 over her last 3. 2 on and 1 out now. Elena Love to the plate, swing and a miss there. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Big second out there brings up Someday. Someday 12 for 40 on the year, 300 average, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. Wildcats need 1 here, trailing 2-1. 2-2 the count to Someday. Doesn't chase, full count. That one will be foul. And Day will draw the walk, and the bases are loaded. That will bring up Sandy Bash. Bash 15 for 54 on the year. And that one gets away. That's going to go to the backstop, and the tying run will come and score. It's 2-2. Wildcats don't even have to swing the bat to tie the game. Grounded to Buckley, and that will be out number 3, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th, tied up at 2 apiece. That one's popped up. Love is there, and she'll make the catch for out number 1. Another one to Love. She's been busy today. Throws in time for round number 2. Takes care of the 2 home run hitters leading off the inning. Brings up a tense Odin Moss. And strike 3 called. Odin Moss sits down. And we go to the top of the 7th, tied up at 2. Moore, Durr, and Sluggington due up. And Moore will start things off with a single through the left side. Brings up Durr. This one a floater to Buckley. He makes the catch there for out number 1. Brings up Bash Sluggington. And Sluggington singles up the middle. Go ahead, run now in scoring position here for the Wildcats. Yeah, it's Bobby Jimbo with RBI man active here. Chance for the Wildcats to retake the lead. Jimbo on the year, just 9 for 52. It has not been a nice year for Jimbo. A .73 average. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs for him. Grounded to Buckley. Buckley to Rosas. And Rosas to Tot for the Dragons special. And we'll go to the bottom of the 7th, still tied up at 2. And Delaney Frisco will come in to take the plate appearance. I feel like Auntie Jar has to be flirting with on fire here. I've lost track for strikeouts, but I have to assume it's probably around 12-ish would be my best guess. Two here to Saw Buckley. Swing and a miss. And Miles will get pulled in favor of Debbie Sawyer. Fouled back, full count. Right to Milan for out number 3, and we go to the top of the 8th. Still tied up at 2, both teams with 5 hits on the night. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Wildcats. Sawyer in left, Frisco now behind the plate. Grounded, another one off the glove of Rosas. Well, actually, not off of Rosas, off of Merritt. Rosas can't get the throw off in time, and that's going to be an infield single. Paprika Stocks in the red, but not much left in the bullpen for the Mythics, so she stays out there to face AC Milan. Stocks giving it all she's got. Runners going. Grounded to short. The only play will be at first for out number 1. But go ahead and run now in scoring position, and Stocks is still out here. And I guess that's what happens when there's only like Bart Sims and Nix Grayweather in the pin. Runner going to third. And hey, it actually pays off this time. So go ahead, run 90 feet away. And Paprika Stocks basically throwing meatballs out here. Full count. And that one is crushed. Back it goes at the wall, and that one is gone. That was inevitable, and the Wildcats retake the lead 4-2. And there she goes. Two now to Someday. And she gets struck out looking. A lot of backwards Ks in this game. 2 down now. And Sandy Bash to Rosas. And Rosas in time for round number 3. But the 2-run shot from Elena Love makes it 4-2 Wildcats as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And it's 13 strikeouts for Jar. She's 1 away from tying the record. that we've seen twice so far this season, 2 away from taking it outright. But at 95 pitches, I don't know how much of a chance she's going to get. But 0-2 the count to Tot. And Tot will go up the middle. Base hit for Tot. And now the tying run comes to the plate in Celine Colombo. Jar stays in the game. She's still locked in. And that one's grounded to short. Love to Bash. Can't turn 2 though. Colombo too fast. Brings up a tense Biddles Rosas now, and that will do it. In comes Abel Mars. Haven't seen much of him. And I mean that literally. He's pitched a third of an inning this year. A third of an inning, gave up a hit and a walk back in week 7. Runner's going, and runner is dead to rights. Not even close there. And Rosas will take the walk and brings up Jesse Merritt. 2 down. And that one's up the middle. 2 on, 2 out now. And it's Harry Do Something Von Crum. He's already done something. Can he do something more? Oh, he does! He does! It's a 3-run shot! The Mythic take the lead! Harry Do Something Von Crum with the second home run of the game, and the Mythic take the lead 5-4! Von Crum was not about to let his illustrious career end with a whimper, and has put the Mythic back here on top in what would be a big upset here in week 15 of the SSBL. That one into left and will be caught by Durr for out number 3, and will go to the top of the 9th. Wildcats need 1, and it's more Durr and Sluggington due up. Can Bart Sims pull off a miracle here? And a 4-pitch walk is not the way you want to start it. Tying run aboard already. Joshua Durr to the plate. Oh, and a beanball. That complicates things even more. And that one is mashed into the gap. That will tie up the game, if not give the Wildcats the lead. Runner rounding third, headed for home, and it's 6-5 Wildcats in the blink of an eye. Our 2-run RBI double from Bash Sluggington and Bobby Jimbo into right. That one is gone, and the Wildcats have broken it open. Now lead 8-5. They say not on my watch. And the hits keep on coming. AC Milan comes up to the plate. And Cale Carmen comes into the game. 3-1 the count to Milan. Back to Elena Love, who initially gave the Wildcats a 4-3 lead. And now we're all the way here at 8-5. And a bomber special into right, loads the bases, and still nobody out here in the top of the ninth. Oh, foul. 1-2. That one into deep center field. Back goes Sawyer, and she'll make the... Oh, sorry, Colombo. She'll make the catch, but runners will tag, and it's 9-5 Wildcats. A 5-run top of the ninth so far for the Wildcats. Not wanting their date with the Unicorns to be in vain. One and two to Jackson Moore. And he strikes out swinging to end the inning. But not before the Wildcats score 5, make it a 4-run game. Going to the bottom of the ninth, 7, 8, 9, 2 up for the Mythic. One, two to Buckley, and Buckley will place this one down into left. And Fanny Minshew will come in and try and sort things out. I think there's a reason why we haven't seen much of Abel Mars this year. Fanny Minshew, 14 innings of work. Whoa! That one ate up the first baseman. Sluggington couldn't quite look that one in, and in comes Smash Tot. As I was saying, 14 innings of work for Minshew, just 4 earned. A 2.57 ERA, and a 1 flat whip. And gets the strikeout of Smash Tot. One away brings up Celine Colombo. That one, Elena Love with the diving stop, but can't throw anyone out, and we got the bases loaded, and Bill Rosas represents the tying run. Fouled off 1 and 2. And that one's gonna be through! A run will score! And it's 9-6. One swing territory here for Jesse Merritt. One and two the count. Down the third base line, Milan makes the stop. The throw will be in time, but a run will score. It's 9-7, and you know who is up to the plate. Can Lightning strike for a third time? A base hit ties the game. 0-2 the count to Von Crum. And it's grounded to second. Sandy Bash will end the game. They gave it their best shot, but the Mythic fall just a bit short. 9-7. And an absolutely wacky game 7, 10, 12 runs combined scored in the 8th and 9th innings. Mythic actually out-hit the Wildcats. Merritt 2 for 5. Ron Crum 2 for 5. 4 RBIs for him. Palumbo also goes 2 for 5, and Buckley goes 2 for 4. Middle of the order doing well for the Wildcats. Sluggington 2 for 5 with a pair of RBIs. Jimbo 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a home run. Lanilov 3 for 5 also had a home run, the 2-run shot. Win goes to Abel Mars, gives up 4 earned through 2/3 of an inning. And Minshew with 1 through 1. Jar gives up 2 earned through 7 1/3, but 13 strikeouts for her. Loss goes to Sims, 5 earned through 2/3 of an inning. MVPs are Harry Von Crum, Bobby Jimbo, and Auntie Jar. A wild, wild first game. Let's see what the Gauchos and the Walkers have in store for us next here on the SSBL on Twitch. We'll be right back. Hey, Kwashi, is this what you want your batting order to be? Marty, Archie, George. Good to go there? All right, we are good to go. Oh, shoot. No, we're not. No, we're not. I forgot about that. I forgot to put J Watt 9th because asked for that. I forgot. Boatyard. J. Watt. Batting order. 9th. In. Next. Substitute. Air. Whoops. It's 5th. It's 1st. It's you, Marty, Archie, George. Air. Okay. Now we're good to go. And it's do or die for the Walkers in this one. They have to win to stay in the picture. Battle for Motor Yard here. Already saw a game earlier this season. Gauchos won the game 3-1. See what Daguerre has in store for us in this one. Couple of quick outs. Let's see, Daguerre on the season, 10 earned through 16 2/3, a 5.4 ERA, a 1.5 WHIP, 14 strikeouts to 4 walks, only 1 home run surrendered on the year. Brutus Spenger draws the walk, brings up Athena Hex. Runner is going, and the runner is safe. So Banger now in scoring position here for Hex. She falls behind 0-2. This one is a bomber special into right, and Banger will come around to score, and the Gauchos take a 1-0 lead. Another one stealing second, and Hex is in there. Grounded to Doyle, and that should end the inning here. Bottom of the first, we'll see you, Marty Carr, and Archie Barker. As for Dexter Morgan on the year, 10 earned runs for him in 16 innings. A 5.62 ERA for him. Been kind of beaten up the last couple outings. Week 7, day 2, gave up 5 through 5 1/3. And then week 11, day 1, gave up 3 through 4 2/3. O2 here to Carr. Swing and a miss. 2 down, up to the plate comes Archie Barker. And Barker will put one into left. 2 out base hit for the Walkers. Brings up George Pierre. George Pierre, not a great season for him. 7 for 36. Did have a injury stint for about a week or two. But a 194 average as he strikes out there to end the inning. And he'll go top 2. We'll see Ernie Steele, Sophia Billups, and Neon Dion due up. Steele doing a little bit better in his sophomore campaign than he did in his rookie year. And his batting average up to 293, 12 for 41. No home runs on the season. 5 RBI, 6 walks, 11 strikeouts. And add another one to that total there. Sophia Billups up the middle, out of the reach of Zimi Porpetta. I'm sorry, that's not Zimi Porpetta. That is Burpee Doyle. Zimi Porpetta is Express. Popped up. Looks like that will stay in play here for Barker. Makes the grab for route number 2. And hitting to the 9 spot, Jay Watt now tonight. Jay Watt, 280 on the season, 14 for 50. 3 homers, 12 RBIs. 9 walks, 18 strikeouts for him, though. Tough out activates here for Watt on a 2-2 count. Grounded to short. Doyle is there. The throw is in time for round number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Tinda, Khan, and Hill due up. So up the middle, Jay Watt gets to it in time, throws it to Banger in time for round number 1. Brings up Amir Khan. Khan, 11 for 41, 268 on the season. But he strikes out swinging. The mojo is up for Morgan. He's locked in. 4 Ks through an inning and 2/3. And a swing and a miss from Hill. And we'll go to the top of the 3rd, still 1-0. Top of the order due up for the Gauchos. But team aspect, Gauchos one of the few teams to have a top 5 offense and a top 5 pitching staff. Pitching has hit a bit of a bumpy spot as they were flirting for one of the top to be the top pitching staff in the league. They have dropped down to 4th as of week 13. The ERA is still 3.15. The ERA just a shade above 1 at 1.02. 4th and 3rd respectively, but they are tops in strikeouts per 9, striking out just under 11 per 9. They're also best in my run differential metric that I made up last night. They're +3 per game better than their opponents. And the Gauchos stealing all kinds of bases here tonight. Banger up to the plate. But strikes out swinging there. Nice out number 2, brings up Athena Hex. And 2 the count. And that's one down into left. That will bring home a run. And it's 2-0 Gauchos. Athena Hex bringing everyone home so far here tonight for the Gauchos. That one gets through the right side of the infield. 2 on, 2 out now. Runner going to 3rd, and Hex is thrown out for out number 3. And We'll head to the bottom of the third now. Gauchos lead 2-0. See if this Walker's offense can break through on Dexter Morgan here. Contact versus lefties active for Doyle here. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 now for Morgan. That brings up Nick Key. Back to the mound, Morgan in time for round number 2. And back to the top of the order, Narukami. I need to learn to take my time with that word, with his last name. And back to the mound in time, a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the top of the 4th, 2-0 your score. Steele, Billups, and Dion due up. Another walk given up by DeGuerre. 3 on the night. It's never good to give out free passes, but it's definitely not good to give them out to a team of this caliber. Honestly, the biggest struggle DeGuerre has had with walks so far this season, apart from this game, he'd given up 6 all season and 3 here in this game. A strikeout looking there on Neon Dion, 2 away now. Yep, 6. 2 week 7 and 4 week 11. Doyle with the suck glove and the throw in time. Nice play by Doyle up the middle to send us to the bottom of the 4th. Two, 3, 4 due up in the order. A slow roller. Morgan gets up to do it and gets the first in time for round number 1. Just realized Morgan a lefty specialist here. This one just short. Billups off a hop in time for round number 2. Grounded up Spanger, and that will do it. We'll go to the top of the 5th now. Top of the order for the Gauchos, Biscuit, Tailwind, and Banger. Into center field, but not quite deep enough. As I'll be caught by Hill for round number 1. Honestly, if anything, DeGuerre has done all right tonight. He's just been more unlucky more than anything else, as it's been a couple of bomber specials that's really been what have scored the runs for the Gauchos. I mean, he hasn't done himself favors with the walks. And that one gets down into left center. One on, one out now. 2-0 Gauchos. Two and two the count to Banger. 3-2. Fouled off. Caught by Barker for out number 2. Oh, almost got the runner tagged up there. Way too much of a lead there by Samir, but he's back in time. And here's your difference maker of the game. 2 RBI singles for Athena Hex. Samir is going, and he's in there. Lost track of how many stolen bases the Gauchos have tonight. I feel like it's at least 4. Into right field. It's deep. But once again, not quite enough. Just at the track is Pierre. It's caught for out number 3. It will go to the bottom of the 5th now. Tinda, Khan, and Hill do up. Chicken Tinda, 12 for 53 on the year. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs for him. And he draws a leadoff walk. So a runner aboard for the Walkers, and Amir Khan will come to the plate. Chance here to get something going here for the Walkers in the home half of the 5th. In a game they have to keep their playoff hopes alive for now. Strike 2 called, 1-2 the count to Khan. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 7 for Morgan, 1 away. Up to the plate comes Ryan T. Hill. Just 6 for 45 for him this season. And he pops this up in foul territory. And Hex will make the catch there for out number 2. Up comes Burpee Doyle. Contact versus lefties active. Gives him about 10 more contact. This one will find the dugout. Oh! Hex made contact with it, which is amazing. But couldn't quite look it in, and it's popped up right over home plate. And Steele will make the catch for round number 3, and the leadoff walk comes to naught. And we'll go to the top of the 6th. Cohen, Steele, Billups due up. And a leadoff walk to start off the inning. That may be it for Daguerre. He'll stay in the game for now, but trending towards 100 pitches here against Steele. Runner going, and that one's thrown into center field. But backed up nicely. The runner doesn't advance anymore. Popped up. Will anyone get to that one? Han will for out number 1. Just gets to that one in time. One down, Sophia Billups. And we'll see Tatachi Slater come in. for Slater. An excellent line for him. 8 earned through 20 and a third. Oh dear. Well, that was a jinx if there ever was one. 2-run shot makes it 4-0 Gauchos. And the Walkers' playoff hopes are on life support now. That is one area Slater has had problems with this season. Had 5 home runs given up so far on the season. We'll go bottom of the 6th now, 4-0 in favor of the Gauchos. 9-1-2 due up for the Walkers here. Now it's caught by Morgan for out number 1. Grounded short. Billups in time. 1 for out number 2. It looks like Morgan will be on fire now. 7 Ks through 5 2/3. A hit and a walk given up by Morgan. Morgan had been a bit of a weaker link in this starting rotation over the past couple weeks, but Morgan getting some confidence back in this one as he's throwing a 1-hit shutout through 7, through 6. Due to the count here to Miranda Biscuit, 0 for 3 on the night. And she skies one into center field. And Hill will be there for out number 1. Strikeout there, 2 down now here in the top of the 7. Brutus Banger to the plate. And back-to-back Ks sends us to the home half of the 7th. Walker's offense got to get something going. 3, 4, and 5 due up here. But Morgan isn't losing any ground as he strikes out to start the bottom of the 7th. 9 Ks for Morgan. Most he's had all season now. Oh wait, no, wrong column, no. He had 11 in his first start back on week 3. But now his second most, he had only 3 in week 7 and 6 week 11. Now it's up the middle, and we have the second hit of the game for the Walkers. And that takes Morgan back down from on fire. You basically have to stay perfect to stay on fire. Kind of harsh, but I guess it makes sense. And strikeout number 10 for Morgan will go to the top of the 8th. And that one's hit into center and caught by Hill for out number 1. Blocked there by Slater. 2 on, 2 out, Dion. And that will do it for Slater. In comes Betty Golden. Into left, and that will be caught by Narukami. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th, still 4-0. Morgan back to on fire. Watt, the throw in time for out number 1. Finger in time for out number 2. Slow roller to Hex. Hex in time for out number 3. And we'll go to the top of the 9th. 9-7 happened because of Harry Von Crum. You almost did it a number of times. You had a 2-1 lead. Then the Wildcats took the lead 4-3. And then Harry Von Crum hit a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 8th. That made it 5-4. But then the Wildcats scored 5 in the top of the 9th to make it 9-4. And you guys had the bases loaded, scored a couple, and had Harry Von Crum to the plate, 2 on, 2 out, 9-7. But he grounded out to second to end the game. Harry Von Crum had 2 home runs and I think 4 RBIs. Two in scoring position here in the top of the 9 for the Gauchos. Looking for the knockout blow. Proverbially speaking, I meant. Someone clipped that just for the comedic timing of the whole thing. And the fat lady has sung, I think, as it's now 6-0 Gauchos. Walkers haven't had 6 base runners this game. And the Retrievers versus the Liberty will get started maybe 8:30, 8:45, depending on when we wrap things up here. The commissioner will take us the rest of the way. Runner scores on the bases loaded walk. And if this game holds, which it certainly looks like, we now have a 10-1 record for the away teams this week. We could have our best one-sided week of the year. The home side one went 10-2. It was either week 3 or week 4, I think. I looked back, but could have a near away sweep in week 15 here for the SSBL. Intentional walk here to load the bases. Dion 0 for 4 might be the only Gaucho not to get in on the fun here tonight. Oh, and he will. Yeti Cool doesn't look it in, and it's 8-0. Grounded to Barker, and Barker in time for out number 3. And we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Banger takes it himself for out number 1. Carr goes down on the strikeout. And Archie Barker, last chance here for the Walkers. George Pierre 0-2 here to Poodle Starfire. And swing and a miss, strike 3. That will do it. The Gauchos win, and the Walkers are eliminated. A tip of the hat, though, to you, Kawashi. I feel like you've done a heck of a job with this team. This Walkers squad had been neglected for a couple of seasons, and you made this team relevant up until the next to last week of the regular season. I think you've done a fantastic job with this organization. But 8-0 your final score, 11 hits from the Gauchos. Everyone but Steele actually getting a base hit. He did walk twice. Just one home run in this game. It was from Billups. She had a multi-hit game, as did Hex and Tailwind. Just 3 hits, 2 of them from Barker for the Walkers. Win goes to Morgan. He strikes out 10 through 7 2/3. And Starfire, in an inning and third of her own. Loss goes to Daguerre. 3 earned through 5 1/3. 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. Betty Golden gives up 3 1/3 of an inning, and Yeti Cool comes in. Gauchos sweep the MVP board. Morgan, Billups, and Hex. Well, thank you all for tuning in to the live portion of Day 4. Retrievers and the Liberty will be live in just about 8 minutes, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.